Bamboo People by Mitali Perkins is a middle-grade young adult coming-of-age novel set against the backdrop of intense violence between the Burmese military and the Karenni people. This compelling story follows two boys, one Burmese, the other Karenni, as they navigate the brutal realities of their conflict-ridden world. The book has received numerous accolades, including being named an ALA Apala Honor Book, an Indies Choice Honor Book of the Year for young adults, an ALA Top 10 Book in Best Fiction for young adults, an International Reading Association Notable Book for a Global Society, and the recipient of Illinois' Rebecca Caudill Young Readers Book Award. The narrative is split between two protagonists. The first is Chico, a 15-year-old Burmese boy from Yangon. With his father, a skilled doctor, imprisoned by the government, Chico is desperate to support his family. Aspiring to be a teacher, he attends what he believes is a teaching exam, only to discover it's a trap set by the Burmese military. Chico and several other boys are forcibly conscripted and taken to a training center near the Thai border, which was once a Karenni gym. Here, Chico meets Tai, a street orphan, determined to reunite with his younger sister. Despite initial hesitation, the two boys form a close bond. They strike a deal. Tai, clever and resourceful, will teach Chico how to survive in the military, while Chico, an aspiring teacher, will teach Tai how to read and write, opening up better opportunities for Tai in Yangon. Their friendship and talents catch the eye of their training sergeant. Chico becomes the sergeant's secretary, gaining access to search for information about his father, while Tai is promoted to team leader. Together, they resist the captain's propaganda that demonizes ethnic minorities like the Karenni and refuse to participate in the near-fatal beating of a Shan boy in the camp. Throughout their ordeal, Chico faces additional challenges from the captain, who forbids him from wearing his glasses, and Tai endures solitary confinement for 3 days after a failed escape attempt. Despite these hardships, their resilience and friendship help them navigate the brutal realities of their environment. When Chico is summoned to Yangon for clerical work, Tai is selected for a jungle mission. In an act of selflessness, Chico sacrifices his dream of returning home and takes Tai's place on the mission, becoming a landmine sweeper while Tai heads to Yangon. During the mission, Chico clears a trail for his squad of 5 as they search for a hidden Karenni weapons cache. He discovers a safer path, but his squad accidentally triggers a mine, resulting in the deaths of 4 members. In his rush to help, Chico sets off another mine, injuring his leg and knocking him unconscious. The second half of the book is narrated by Tu Reh, a 16-year-old Karenni boy living in a Thai refugee camp after the Burmese military destroyed his village. Consumed by anger and hatred, Tu Reh vows vengeance on all Burmese and seeks the approval of his father, Pei, who is concerned about Tu Reh's thirst for revenge. Tu Reh is thrilled when Pei takes him on a jungle mission, during which they encounter Chico's wounded squad. To Tu Reh's astonishment, Pei tends to Chico's injury and urges Tu Reh to decide whether to save him. Initially wanting to kill Chico, Tu Reh eventually empathizes with him and agrees to help. Tu Reh carries Chico to a nearby healer's hut, which is the supposed weapons cache. There, they meet Reh Meh, her sister, Naya Meh, the healer, and their grandfather. Na Meh treats Chico but states that he requires further medical attention. The grandfather decides to take Chico to the Karenni refugee camp across the Thai border. Though Tu Reh objects, he is overruled. The following day, the group sets out on their journey, facing dangers such as a rampaging elephant and Burmese soldiers, but they reach the camp safely. At the camp, Tu Reh brings Chico to the medic's hut, where Auntie Doctor and Naya Meh take over his care. Tu Reh then escorts Reh Meh to his home, as she and her family are now displaced. Upon encountering his best friend Sare, who harbors even greater hatred for the Burmese due to his mother's forced labor and death, Tu Reh faces tension. The camp leaders convene to determine Chico's fate. Although reluctant to associate with Chico, Tu Reh feels a duty to care for him. He informs Chico about his leg amputation and advises him on how to handle the camp leader's impending interrogation. Sare spies on Tu Reh and considers him a traitor for helping Chico. During Chico's interrogation, he demonstrates goodwill by using Karenni words, showing he is not a threat. Despite this, the leaders have mixed reactions and decide to hold a community vote. Meanwhile, Tu Reh helps Rime and her family settle into the camp, assists with their schooling, and helps build their house. Despite his internal conflict between his empathy for Chico and his Karenni identity, Tu Reh and Chico gradually become friends. Tu Reh asks the camp teacher, who has a prosthetic leg and remains a skilled and open-minded educator despite his trauma, to visit Chico. The teacher brings books and encourages Chico to pursue his dream of teaching. At the community meeting, Tu Reh explains why he saved Chico. The grandfather and the camp president support Tu Reh's argument, but Sare and his family want to abandon Chico in the jungle. Tu Reh unifies the community by leading them in singing the Karenni national anthem, which shifts the general attitude toward Chico to a more neutral or positive stance. The community votes to send Chico to a prosthetic clinic in another camp and then return him to Burma. Despite his initial hesitation, Tu Reh lends Chico his mule and makes him a new bamboo pole. As a parting gift, Chico speaks a farewell entirely in Karenni, promising to raise awareness of the violence against the Karenni. In the epilogue, narrated by Chico, he returns to Yangon with a prosthetic leg. He feels insecure about it and nervous about his family's reactions, but his fears are unfounded. His family is overjoyed at his return and accepts his prosthetic leg without issue. His crush reciprocates his feelings. Tai and his sister now live with Chico's family, and Chico's father will soon be coming home. Chico shares his story and experiences with his loved ones and feels hopeful about the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.